one of the areas that I have tried and maybe could do more in is the recycling of equipment. Do you see that there's a big need for it? I mean, lots of money gets spent on a wheelchair or on a fancy standing frame. The child outgrows it in 1 year. Where does it go?
I definitely think so. I think there should be a second-hand market for equipment. And why not? I mean, you look at something like a standing frame, which really has a long life, right? And more often than not, why a child needs a new standing frame is not because that standing frame is broken. It's because they've outgrown it. So I really think that a second-hand market could bring down the cost tremendously.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, why do we have a second-hand car market?
And I also think with medical aid, perhaps what they should do is retain ownership of the equipment. It's almost like a purchase hire or a leasing arrangement with suppliers, so that they have first choice of what happens with that equipment and how it's recycled, and whether it's recycled correctly. Yeah.
I think there's a lot to be done in that area. And I really think it is something to think about. But even if the medical aids are not involved, the big point is that, you could sell a piece of equipment as secondhand, invoice it, and a trustee may approve it anyway if it's suitable.
Well, we do that. So as long as I've done a formal assessment, that secondhand piece of equipment can be sold to us as Sitwell and then reissued through the medical aid invoice, as long as it's correct to the client. So I do that.
Absolutely.
So that does help a lot of people, but it's either donated or it's not maintained, and I just think it's a waste.
It's an absolute waste. So I think in order to encourage people to utilize something like this, they'd have to be educated. I think the key to all of this is really education. It's education and training, and getting the word out there and getting people to know that this is available. I mean, you are in the perfect position to do something about it, so why don't you get the ball rolling?
Well, thank you. You're absolutely right, and I have had an idea about a non-profit organization called Adability, where second-hand equipment can be collected and redistributed, serviced and prescribed correctly.
Who would fund it?
Well, we hope that we can get corporate social responsibility money in for this. It's going to require what we're doing here, raising awareness, podcasts, getting information out there and educating the market, because people don't know what it's like to have disability.
Absolutely.
I don't know how many people in rural areas are struggling with this, and they also don't know what a drain it has on a community to have extra people come in to care for that person who's not economically active.
I mean, here you are connecting with how many people, well, hopefully hundreds or thousands of people watching the video. So maybe it's a call to say, if you've got any secondhand equipment or whatever it is, maybe they can give your office address and drop it off. And There's no time like the present to actually start.
That's magic. Okay, so if you've got any equipment that you want to donate to a worthy cause, it will be prescribed correctly. It will be given to somebody in need. And you can drop it off at Sitwell Technologies, which is 41 11th Avenue in Highlands North, Johannesburg, or you can call 011 440 8226. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool.